Hello, everybody. Good morning. Here's the video about our week 5 presentation. So let's get to it. I'm going to get rid of my picture. Bye. So that I'm not distracting you. And here we go. So if I go back to week 5 and I open up my Google, I'm in the wrong class. So we're talking about the solutions, the ecosystem problem. Again, yours is probably over here on the right-hand side, just in case you're having trouble finding it. All right. So I made a video last week, and I didn't want it to get too long, so that's why I probably didn't give you enough directions to help you do a good, excellent job on this. So that's what this video is for, because I've been given a lot of feedback to the people that have turned it in, and I'll be returning all the ones that I haven't yet today. So we'll look for that. So here we go. Let me, will it work if I go back? Oh no. So I just want to point out this, first of all, this says I am, and then in parentheses it says your name. And some people are leaving that on. No, delete the whole parentheses thing and type what it says to type in the parentheses. If you notice, I have a different picture too. I changed the picture because I didn't like that one. It was just kind of weird, this lady floating there in the ocean like a weirdo. So I changed it so that it would relate to my topic. I am here because I want to discuss, and on yours it has in parentheses like your environmental issue. Delete it and type in your issue. To insert a picture, in case you don't know, so if you go up here to insert image, oops, and then search the web, it'll pull it up right here. So my issue is oil spills. So if I just search that, boom, I have all this. I can choose from a lot of these pictures. I can pick one down here, click insert, boom, it'll insert it. So let's say I want to get rid of this picture and put this one instead. Do you see the red line that pops up? That's how I know it's centered on the page. Cool. So there's that. The next one says environmental issue. Now, it did say something in here like introduce. Sorry, I made a different video and it went too long, so I had to redo it. And that's why things are already changed on this. Delete what it says and then type in what it said to type in. So this slide is to introduce your issue. Now, to do that, I need to have done research first. I'm not going to be able to do a good job on any of these if I did not do good research. So I need to start doing research. So how do I do that? Open up a new tab, start searching your problem. And so I might search oil spill. So when I do that, boom, resources, Wikipedia. Some people used to say, and that's why some parents might think it's still that Wikipedia is not a good site. It is. It's a good place to go to do your research to get information. There's a lot of information on here. So if I read this first part, this is probably a good introduction. Should I copy and paste it onto my slide? No, that is not what this is for. I need to do research, maybe take some notes, and then I need to be able to type this in my own words. Obviously, there's going to be some words that are the same, but don't copy and paste. That means you're not doing good enough research and learning about it. You want to research it enough that you learn about it so well that then you can go here and type it up. Yes, you can take some notes. Yes, you can write some things down to use, but do not copy and paste. So this says an oil spill is the release of blah, blah, blah. So boom, that's a good introduction. I might change it. Hey, look, and that's why I like Wikipedia, because then you can hover over these or click on them and it will take you to a new page that will give you even more information. Form of pollution, blah, blah, blah. So do your research first, but let the slides guide you. So what does that mean? So if I go to the next slide, it says what causes this environmental issue. Don't just click on here and be like, and then make stuff up. Even though some of it might be true because you already know some about it, do good research. So I wanted to show you one other thing to search. Well, not one, but one thing to do that might help you. If you add for kids onto it, it will bring up a little bit more kid friendly so that the reading should be better. Hey, look, what are oil spills? There's a good introduction type of paragraph, so that can give you some good ideas. Causes. Haha, that's what we're on, right? What causes the issue? All right, boom, here's causes. This one, though, it looks like I have to create an account to really watch all of this, unfortunately. Um, but you can find plenty of other places that you can go to. There's videos you could watch. There's a lot of other websites that have the information. Excuse me. So, what's an oil spill? How do oil spills affect animals? Cool. So there's, as you can see, a lot of good stuff can be found when you do good research. I like this one because it's like, oh no, not that one. Oh, it changed a little bit. Oh, this one, National Wildlife Federation. It's a PDF. Hey, look, cool. It's like a little newspaper. Um, but there you go. If I read through this, I'm going to get a lot of good information. Hey, look, long-term problem. That's something that's one of my slides. So just want to show you. You can use the slides to guide you and then type in good, detailed. Make sure to add specific details. The next one says, how is nature affected? So we got two text boxes. Again, go do your research. This, you might already have seen it where you looked. If you haven't, then you can go type in a more specific search. All right, how do oil spills affect the environment or nature? And if you search that and click on it, I'm sure you can find tons of information. This is where you learn to do good research. That's part of the reason of this project, is to learn to do good research. So look for websites that look like they should be a little bit more reliable, like NOAA.gov, those kind of things, .edu, EPA.gov, all those. Cool. So hope that helps. The next one says, what are the effects of this problem? Yes, that's similar to this, right? How is nature affected? But if you notice, in this box it says long-term effects, and in this one it says short-term effects. So again, search, what are long-term effects of oil spills? And then you might, after you do your research and learn enough to type in some specific detailed paragraphs about that, then you could look up short-term effects, which on here, it popped up down here, but I could just change it in my search too. Okay, so that's why I wanted to explain. This is how you do better research, so that you can type in things that aren't just, what you think off the top of your head. You can type in good, specific, detailed examples with evidence from real life things that already happened, so that you know it's true, and it's not like, you might be making that up. All right, last few slides. How does this problem affect me? This one might be a little bit harder. You can't really search it, but you could. How do oil spills affect me? I'm sure you could find something. How does air pollution affect me? Some of them are more obvious about how they affect you, but some of them you could do some more research and searching. But by this time, as you've done your research, you probably will already have some ideas. But if not, search it up. Next one says, what are some things that are already being done to fix this problem? So these are the things that are already being done. Again, don't make stuff up. Do the research. You can, right? How are oil spills solved or being cleaned up or fixed? I can see cleaned up right here. So I could do some research and I could type in what I find. For me, though, using my head too and thinking about it, I don't want to clean up oil spills. I want to prevent them. So I might look at how are oil spills prevented. I type that in, then I can find some places that will help me get some more information about what we are already doing to fix the problem. And so the last one, let's talk about this because this is the most important. Says, how would you fix this problem? Now, some people are typing in like, I could, if your problem was plastics, you type like, I could use less plastic. I could not use plastic straws. That's great. That is something you could do. But this is saying, how would you fix this problem? So for this slide, this is like you're in charge. Just imagine that the whole world has put you in charge of fixing this. So you need to figure out, you need to type in a paragraph about how you would fix it on a big global scale, not just you personally, but what would you try to do to solve this for the whole world? So again, you might need to go do some research. Here are some. I just wanted to mention some examples. So one example of something you might do is try to get laws passed. Maybe you want them to pass laws that limit the amount of oil that can be hauled or where they can drill for oil. Maybe if it's too dangerous and it's going to spill into the ocean, maybe they can't drill it. Although you do have to consider that some people won't be happy with that. And some people say, oh, we should not use oil. We can get solar energy and wind energy, which is great, but that's not good for the oil companies. They're going to go out of business. So you have to consider that. And there's a lot of people that work for them that won't have jobs anymore. So is that the best solution, or is there a different solution you could think of? A good solution that wouldn't affect people negatively might be to develop new technology, right? Um, Develop something that prevents oil from spilling, maybe a new way to drill for it, or a new type of rig that gets it out of the ground, or boats that haul it. They have, when you do your research, they've developed boats with a double hull or others so that if the outside gets punctured, it doesn't get to the inside where the oil is and lets it spill. So developing new technology might be something. And so don't just say, I would develop new technology. You need to write specifically what it is. What type of technology will you develop? One more example that I can think of is education, right? Maybe to solve the plastic problem, maybe your solution is to get people to be more aware of it so that they use less plastic. And so how would you do that? Be specific, not just say educate people. Right? Would you make a video? Would you make advertisements? If it is, like, can you make a picture of it and paste it on here? Those are some examples of things you might do, right? Pass laws, make new technology, educate people about the problem so that they choose for themselves to do things differently. So yeah, I hope that helps, because a lot of people are putting things in that they can do, which is great, but needs to be the bigger on a bigger global scale, right? What would you do to fix the problem for the whole world? So spend some time thinking about it. Again, as you do your research, as you learn more, this will get easier. You'll have a better idea of what to do. So just research is important. Hopefully that helps you know what to do for research, how to search things better. Use the slides to guide you. And then the last thing I just want to say, again, be specific. Add details. Don't just be vague and general and make it hard to understand. Add specific, detailed information with evidence. Add examples of things that have already happened from your research so that it's backed up with the evidence from your research. Okay, I hope that helps. That's probably long enough. Hopefully we didn't go over and I have to make this video again, but thank you very much for taking the time to watch that so that you can do a good job on your presentations. And we will see you on the next one. Email me if you need any help stuff, and keep checking your emails in Google Classroom for any other information. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.